Hi and welcome to my kitchen. Today we're going to make whole wheat raisin rolls. Okay, today we're going to learn how to make whole wheat rolls with raisins. The recipe that I'm going to do would yield about 2 dozen rolls. The first thing we're going to do is cook some oatmeal. For 2 dozen rolls, you would take about 6 heaping tablespoons of Quaker oats and put it in some water and let it boil. Let it cook so it's soft in consistency, not hard. You want it so it's kind of runny but not too watery. That would help to add the liquid to the dough so it's not too hard. While the oatmeal is cooking, you can add 2 packs of Fleischmanns yeast to a bowl. You would add 1.5 cups of warm water and let it dissolve. The recipe that I have says you should count to 100. So I guess that's about a minute. After the yeast is dissolved, you want to add 1.5 cups of brown sugar. Okay. And then you can mix that up. If you want to add honey, you could add a little less sugar. I'll just put a touch of honey. So since I already put, I'll just put a touch of honey. And then you want to add salt, 1.5 teaspoons to this recipe. And then you want to add oil. I prefer olive oil when I do bread. And you want to put 2/3 cup. This is 1/3 of a cup, so I'll put 2 of these. And then, okay, once you have the liquid ingredients mixed up, you want to do the dry ingredients. Now, I don't put the oatmeal in there because the oatmeal is really hot and that would kill the yeast. So I usually add the oatmeal to the dry ingredients. For 2 dozen rolls, you would add 4 cups of whole wheat flour. And it should be level, not heaping. 4 cups. And 2 cups of white flour. Flaxseed meal. This is make the bread really nice and healthy. It has fiber and omega fats in it.
So where do you buy that from? The regular food store?
Super Value has it. Not all Super Values, but the one on top of the hill, Market Street has it. The one in Harbor Bay has it. And some of the health food stores will have it as well. You want to put 1.5 cups of flaxseed milk. And vital wheat gluten, 1/2 cup would do. You don't have to use this, but apparently this is the secret ingredient in breads. It makes the consistency of the bread more solid and not so flaky. It is like real bread when you use the vital wheat gluten, but it's not a necessity. You could do it without that. Just mix that up together. Okay, then you add the liquid ingredients to it.
Needs growing out, yeah.
It's the fun part. It'll be sticky sometimes and you just have to add some more flour.
So why don't you sit?
And then you're going to put it in a bowl and leave it in a warm place to rise for about 45 minutes. It'll double in size. I usually just stick it in the oven. And then once it's double in size, you take it out of the oven, spread it out and add raisins. I guess I may add here about 3/4 cup of raisins. And then knead the raisins into the dough. Now I'm going to cut pieces of the dough to form into rolls. You can decide how big you want the rolls. Whatever size you make the dough balls, you would realize that each one of those balls would be double in size by the time it's risen. So you want to gauge it depending on how big you want the rolls. You can try and make them as even as possible so that the rolls come out looking the same size. I have used some spray oil to oil the pan with so that the rolls don't stick when they're done. And now I'm just about finished. They will look like this, and after they have risen they will look like this. And then I would put them in a hot oven at 375 degrees and bake them for 30 minutes. When I take them out, I would glaze them with butter or margarine or canola oil and eat. Thank you for watching my bread making video. I hope you try it and enjoy.